Hello, fellow NHLers. I hope your day is going as well as mine. My name is Ebbs and Flows, and I'm bringing you my first video on my brand new channel dedicated to NHL. Before we get into more detail about the channel, let's get into my team in HUT. On the first line, we have Crosby, Burr, and Sagan. The second, we have Taves, Stamkos, and Zetterberg. Backstrom, Carter, and Duchesne on the third. Modano, Pavelski, and Kessel in the fourth. Jay Quick and Nets, Duncan Keith, Drew Doughty, Bork, Suter, Yossi, and Hedman in the third. As you could see, my record was 152 and I think 45. Yep. And not a bad record. I feel like there are certainly games that I've lost that I wish I shouldn't have, and some games that I've won that I probably shouldn't have. Overall, happy with the record. And obviously happy with the team. Very stacked team. Not the best team in HUT by far, but certainly hard to find a weak point with that roster. Before we get into our first online gameplay here, I wanted to go over a little more detail about the channel. I'm going to have two segments on the channel. One obviously is dedicated to HUT and online gameplay. Through these videos, I want you guys to not only enjoy the content and be entertained, but I also want you to learn something, hopefully, from watching me play and going over the goals I score, the goals my opponent scores, mistakes I make, the mistakes my opponent makes, and hopefully make your game come along a little better when it comes to NHL. The other segment we're going to do is regular online gameplay. I am going to do a grind to the top 100 players in the world. I have been there in 13, 14, and 15. Obviously not recorded, so hopefully in 16 we can get there, and I'll certainly feature players I'm playing and teams I'm using in regular NHL gameplay. But for now, let's stick with HUT. All right, we're playing a Sharks fan here by the name of Zincy. His HUT name is Playmakers. Let's get into it. We're going to pick it up at the end of the first period. We're tied 0-0. A decent player I have here. I do get past him. I go for a cross crease, and we ring it off the post. I try to forecheck and get the puck. He does take a bad penalty there. And that is actually how the first is going to end. It's going to end 0-0. I wish I had a goal for my first period of my first video of online gameplay, but I do not. That's quite all right. The goals will come. All right, so we're going to end the first tied, and he's actually playing a pretty good game. It's 5-5 in shots. I do have the puck a little more. I do feel like I'm getting the better chances, but still anyone's game at this point. We pick it up in the second. I do have a power play rolling over from the first period, and I do want to score early. I do want to get this game as far out of the reach as possible of my opponent, so I'm going for quick goals. I do fail on the short side shot with the backhand forehand. That's all right. We are going to find Crosby on a nice feed here inside. He does miss wide. And here I do go for the cross crease, and he does do a great poke check. Unfortunately, he over pursues backside and leaves a player wide open. I can't stress enough how important it is to keep one of your defensemen home. Do not chase people behind the net or into the corners. They will turn around quickly and find someone backside. The backside goal in NHL 16 is very prevalent, as I'm sure you know already. All right, guys, getting to almost the end of the second here. My opponent does make a great deke, and Jonathan Quick absolutely robs him. I feel like half the time that is a goal, and luckily this half of the time it was not. It creates a great one-on-one breakout with Taves, and I'm going to take you back in time to a 13, 14, 15 NHL glitch-type goal. I have never personally considered this a glitch goal. Not that I'm shooting for it always, but if it's there, I'm going to try to stick it short side, just like anyone should. If something's defendable, which that certainly is, it's not a glitch. If you can position your body correctly, not stick on puck, but body in front of puck, do not stick check or you will trip. Do not stick check or you will slash. Do not poke check or you will trip. You're certainly able to learn how to stop glitch goal shooters. Anyway, on to my opponent's goal. Great feed backside. Completely over-pursued with the back-checking forward, as you can see in the replay. And Suter is just a step out of position. If I wouldn't have gone for an early poke check with Ryan Suter, I probably would have put in position to stop this. As you can see there's the poke check, and I cannot recover. Great goal by my opponent. 2-1, anyone's game. I'm up in shots, certainly 20-12, almost doubling shots, but still anyone's game. We do need to get on the board again for a little insurance goal, which is coming up shortly. We take you to the end, or beginning of the third, rather, and he does almost get another goal where he dekes around my defenseman there and tries to put it far side. Again, another shot that I feel like half the time does go in. Luckily, again, for us, it does not. Forehand, backhand, or backhand, forehand, rather, no go. And he does over pursue again. 2 players on the front post, 1 player chasing Crosby around in the corner. And someone's wide open backside. I can't tell you how many times that happens in 16. Those of you who do play Division 1 already know that all too well. Going for a quick face-off here. Obviously doesn't work out, but it's always worth a shot. Our opponent's going to come down. He kind of dangles himself into a corner here and gets caught up. You either need to turn around or throw the puck out of there. Otherwise, it's a costly turnover. We get a great breakout pass. And this is the type of goal you strive for in NHL. A great sauce pass to Hedman, give and go right back to Pavel Bure, and he finishes. A little bit of a screen by his own guy, but shooting it far side off a give and go. Oof, that's the type of goal you're looking for in here. I know it's not the easiest. I know it's not the most prevalent goal, but a beautiful goal nonetheless. All right, taking you to the fourth. I'm kind of just going for laying the body here. Why the hell not? It's you're up by 3, and look at that. As I preach how to stop glitch goals, I eat my own words. At the end of the third, it's only 2-4. Nonetheless, let's go over the replay and show you exactly what I'm talking about. I don't consider this a glitch goal. He's square to the net. He's in the middle of the net. He's just trying to make a good shot, which he does. But right as he shoots, I try to poke check instead of keeping my body position. Instead of keeping square to the shooter, I try to poke, twist my body off my hips, off my stick, and into my own net. That's going to happen. Luckily, we had a comfortable 3-goal lead. That's going to do it for this first edition of Hut Online Gameplay, guys. Thank you so much for watching with me. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you tune in soon for the next episode. And like I promised, we're going to go through and show you exactly how good this player was. If his ranking was good, if his record was good, who was I playing? I don't know. Let's find out. Shots ended up being 25-20. He actually took more shots than I thought. I think near the end there, I was just kind of going for hits, not to make excuses. He is a good player. Let's go check out his record to make sure of that. All right, we're looking for Zincy. All right, as you can see, we're starting out just on the better side of 6,500 in the world. That's nothing special. I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm not trying to diminish anyone's ranking. My ranking's not that high, but 6,500 is not impressive, and it shouldn't be to you. However, his career record is 111-48. If you have won twice as many games as you have lost in Hut or any online, I consider you a good player. So tip of the cap to my opponent. Definitely a plus 500 player when it comes to the record. And guys, please tune in for more videos. I should be turning out probably 2 to 3 a week. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.